Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we are headed back outside for another Thomas Wooden Railway layout tour. So this is an annual tradition that I've been doing for about 3 years. I started it back in 2020 during the pandemic. I actually built two last year to celebrate 1,000 subscribers, but the videos never got uploaded. I don't know why. Maybe I'll upload on Monday, but I decided, hey, I got a lot of new destinations and such, a lot of new engines. I decided, hey, let's just go outside and make another layout to kick off the summer. So here we are. This layout is very, very big. I will say this right now. There are 4 railways here. On the last layout that you guys have seen, there was only 1. But there are 4 now, which is kind of crazy. But I've gotten so much more track and destinations and engines that I thought, hey, let's just make all the railways on Sodor. So here we are. I started doing this yesterday as I'm filming this. Or no, I'm sorry, 2 days ago. And I finished it yesterday. And I had to do something kind of risky this time. So apparently it was supposed to rain today. So I got a bunch of tarps and blankets and I just covered the whole layout. Fortunately, it did not rain, which I'm very grateful for. But yeah. That's my biggest fear, is having all these guys getting wet and ruined. That's just not very fun to me. So thankfully it didn't rain, but if it did, then I guess I have it covered. But anyways, let's stop rambling and get down to business here. So we'll start here at the sheds. So the layout is it's kind of long. It's not really wide. It's more like up and down long more than side to side wide. But that's because of the docks, in my opinion. But you know what? Whatever. So there's a lot of open areas, a lot of areas without engines, but who really cares, dude? Anyways, let's just get down to business. So we'll start here at the sheds. Sorry, I gotta squat down, and I'm getting old, so my joints are getting all rusty and creaky, so it's kind of hard. But anyways, we have the sheds here. I really like how these turned out. We have, let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 places for engines to stay, so that's really, really cool. We only have 12 engines here, though, but that's not really a big deal, because everybody else is being useful and doing other work. These guys are just sitting here being good little boys and girls posing for pictures, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I really like how this turned out. I've always wanted to do like this inverted turntable idea that people have done in the past, but I never had a 5-way switch. But this year I got one, so I decided to go through with that concept. Originally I had the sheds out there in the corner, which is what I usually do. I usually have the sheds out along the sides, but I thought, hey, just to make this a little bit different, we'll put it right smack dab in the middle of the layout, and I like that a lot. So that's cool there. Yeah, Hugo is right here on these T-switches here. This is kind of taking inspiration from the last layout that I did, that you guys hadn't seen, or that you guys have not seen, but yeah, I just think this looks pretty cool, and I like how the shed is in this little, like, bay area. That's kind of cool. We're going to do something a little bit different and head over to the narrow gauge railway and look at that first before we go west. So, I gotta step over here. So we go over this bridge here, and we make our way to the steamworks and the sawmill. We'll take a look at the sawmill first. Why not? So some of the bad engines, or the jerky engines, have been put to work. So Dodge is taking logs to the sawmill, and Vinny is collecting logs. This was kind of like the last area that needed engines, so I just threw down my extra ones. So that's why. And I really, really like how the narrow gauge railway and the standard gauge railway both meet up at the sawmill. That's really cool. So Freddy's here. And if the narrow gauge engines have any trees that need to be cut down, they can take them here to the Sodor Lumber Company. Yeah, let's talk about the steamworks, because it's a bit confusing, but I'll try my best to explain it. So there are 2 little switches. So this is the main line here. If you want to go to the steamworks, you just keep going straight, but if you want to go to the sawmill, you go off to the right. So the steamworks here, it's kind of pathetic. It's just like this one crappy building from 2015 from Mattel. But hey, it's the only steamworks building that I have. So yeah, this is kind of a cool way to make the narrow gauge and standard gauge railways meet up with each other. So this this is the only part that is dual gauge. So this part here is standard gauge. This is narrow gauge. So if both engines need to be fixed up, they can come into here, and then Victor and Kevin can fix them up. So we got Smudger in here. I assume this is just after he was found. So they're just fixing them up. There's a little workman there. You know, he can go to work with the hammers and wrenches and whatnot in there. And I like how I got this little siding with Victor. That's pretty cool. We'll just look at all the narrow gauge first. So this line, this is their main line here. So this track kind of loops off as well. Goes to the sawmill this way, and then goes to the steamworks that way. We'll head over to the, oh, I should also mention there's a little coal loader there. There's also a water tower, which we'll get to in a minute. But here is the narrow gauge and like headquarters of the sheds. So we got engines 1 through 5 and top and hat here at this old style roundhouse, which I really like. I really like this turntable as well, even though it's kind of like warped and cracked, but it's still cool. So we have room for not every engine, but enough engines, I guess. Let's head off to the incline. So this is kind of like the quarry area. There's no real place to put like trucks or anything, so they kind of just like, I would imagine they just throw them here at the incline. But here we have Boulder Mountain, Bircham's there. You gotta be careful because it looks like Jack and Oliver are doing some work. So if they just press this little button right here, then oh no, he would die. Let's just turn this way as well, so the engine can actually see the signal. So if you want to go this way, you make your way to the incline, which I'm really happy to include, even though it's not very, you know, cool or anything. Duke's up here supervising these two risky engines. Luke and Duncan are taking risks. They're going on the top of the incline. Sorry, that buzz is really annoying. There's a light on my barn right above me, so that's going to be really obnoxious, and I apologize. But yeah, I mean, if they want to send some trucks up here to get some stone, then they can do that. Even though we only have like 3 pieces of rolling stock on this whole railway. Whatever. So here we got a little quarry mine tunnel, and this we make our way to the area where the Scarlet Railway meets up with the Coley Fell Railway, which I'm really happy to include. I've had this mountain tunnel for a while. I have one over there as well, but I thought, hey, I have this extra one. Let's just throw it in here, and I've always wanted to combine the 2 railways. So Coley Fell runs under or through this tunnel and over the hill there, and then Scarlet runs through it there. So we'll get the Coley Fell in a minute, but let's take a look at the rest of the Scarlet Railway. Oh, I just hit this tree. Sorry. So we got Ivo Hugh and the zoo cars come down here over this little crossing. We have Mighty Mac with a Blue Mountain Quarry truck. There's a little water tower, and that line meets back up to where the steamworks is. So I know it's a very small line. It's just a circle with 3 sidings or so. But you know what? I'm just glad that the narrow gauge railway has a presence on this layout. So let's take a look at Coley Fell before we head back over to standard gauge. So Coley's at the top of the mountain there, so we come down here, and I tried to denote, I guess that's the word, the railways. So Coley Fell and the Arlesdale Railway use off-brand track. So there's a lot of like Brio track, Imaginarium track, you know. There's no Chuggington track, I don't think, no. But I just wanted to diversify the layouts, and it also gave me a lot of opportunities to make the layouts a bit bigger instead of just using all Thomas track, which I want to use more for standard gauge stuff. So that line comes down the mountain around here over the crossing into the switch here. There's another Coley right there. I guess that's Lord Harry or someone, Godred maybe, I don't know. Go across that bridge there. Kind of cool, I guess. There's another little set of points right there. Another little bridge, and that goes under the little tunnel there. And then you can see there's some snowy trees. I imagine that since this is up in the mountains, there's going to be a lot of snow and such. So that's why there are snowy trees. And then there's also one little house right there. Oh, and I should also mention that George is right over there. No idea what he's doing here, but he's just chilling. So that's all of the narrow gauge railway, both Scarlet and Coley fell. So that's 2.5 railways done. So we got the rest of the standard gauge and the whole Arlesdale railway to look at. But let's take a look at the rest of the standard gauge. So we come down from the sawmill here, past the water mill. There's a little T-switch there. We'll get to that. Oh, we'll talk about that now. Why not? There's a tunnel here and some wacky track, and then this is kind of a reference to the Great Race. A scene with Solani and Clarabelle, and they're at Farquhar Station. Yes, I know the scene takes place at Maithwaite Station, but I already have a scene taking place at Maithwaite right now. There's some kids on the platform right there. There's Lorry 1. I don't know if I mentioned, but Hugo's right there. And Mavis is coming out of Toby's Windmill. We'll get to that all in due time. This is kind of the area of the layout that I'm not a huge fan of. It's just like 3 main tracks that all come into one, technically. So it's kind of weird, but I was running out of tracks. So this was really like the last bits of track that I laid down. So Rosie's just here with 1 baggage car. Don't know why, but I had nowhere else to put her, and I had that extra piece of rolling stock. Little station there. And then we go over the drawbridge where Samson is, making his way to Wellsworth, making my way downtown. Sorry. There's Stepney and Caroline right over there. And then here we have a pretty big viaduct. Looks like Lady is escaping Diesel 10 and the bridge is about to collapse. Oh no! Oh! He died. Let's put the track back up. There we go. We don't have to worry about him. A barge will come and get him in a minute. Right down here, we come to the Wellsworth Junction. We'll get to my favorite part of the layout in just a minute. But here is Fergus with the treasure car. No significance there, but I just threw him there. There's a sunflower seed here. I don't know why. Let's talk about Wellsworth Station really quick. So this is also a really, really cool part of the layout. Looks like the Diesels are taking over. So we have Diesel, Derek, Arian Burt, Bowler and Spam Can, and Dan and Dart. They're kind of like invading the station. I just thought that was kind of funny. And then Paxton's over there at the Hat Street crossing, as well as Birdie and Bulgy. Yeah, let's talk about my favorite part of the layout now. I absolutely love this part. When I decided to make this layout, I knew for a fact that I wanted to have the Wellsworth branch line in here, and I got it pretty much banged down. I'm missing Suttery Station, but other than that, I think we have mostly every major location on the branch line down here, give or take. So we have the Vicar's Orchard, I think that's what it's called. We got Trevor there and some apple trees. If we take Diesel's line, that'll take us back to the docks, but I know it's kind of inaccurate here. We have a Marin Bridge instead of like a Wellsworth Bridge or a Suttery Bridge or a Brendan Bridge, so sorry, Railway Series purists. But here's my absolute favorite part, right? I'd say it's my favorite part right here. So we have, we'll go to the other side here so you can get a better look. So we have, I just hit Timothy. Oops, my bad. Gotta fix this a second. There we go. We have the scrapyard right here, and I really, really like how this turned out. So I based this loosely off of the Sodor map, so as soon as you come from Wellsworth, you make your way to the scrapyard, and then that'll take you into the docks. But this scrapyard layout is so awkward. There's no like adapter piece, like just silver adapter piece like this. So you have to use this and use all 4 points. So it's just a really weird layout. So we have Reg here going back and forth. I guess if you really wanted to, you could cause a crash here, or if Reg wants to like block in Whiff and Scruff because they're being naughty, he can do that. But yeah, Reg just goes back and forth, back and forth. Oh. If I was to use Reg in like a remake or something, I'd probably like get some of that off-brand track and spray paint it and get some buffers as well. But for now, we're just gonna stick with the normal Mattel track. But we have some sheds over here for Whiff and Scruff. They could also be the Wellsworth sheds, whatever you fancy. And Emily's just chilling there in the scrapyard bay. That's what I like to call it. Just the bay, I guess. Now we come to probably my second favorite part of the entire layout. I know it's not very extravagant, but I really like how busy this looks. So here is the docks. I know it's only 2 tracks, but I don't care because it looks really, really cool. So they never made Big Mickey merchandise, so this is gonna settle for Big Mickey right now. It's just like a off-brand like Brio crane or something, I don't know, but I really like it. It looks really cool. So we got him over there unloading some cargo, and we got Cranky over here. We got Salty and Porter here with some pretty long trains. I also based this kind of off the CGI series, in the Great Race. There was this like boat dock area added onto the docks where a boat can join up to the tracks. So I added that here. I also had no idea where to use this track, so I just decided, hey, we'll just stick it here at the docks. And this looks kind of cool. Kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. Bill and Ben are here deciding whether they like their life or not, deciding whether to jump into the sea or not. Come over here. This is kind of like the clay pits area. So we have Boko here with some China clay trucks, and then we have our makeshift China clay area right here. Sorry, I thought I heard a car coming down the driveway. But we have Marion and Timothy here at the Dino Fossil Discovery area with the dinosaur fossil itself. So yeah, unfortunately we don't have enough pieces to make the China clay pits, so this will have to suffice, but whatever, it still looks kind of cool. But yeah, this track here is basically a loop, so you can come down the hill here, come around, and then loop here. But if you really want to, I mean, I guess, could you do this? Not really, but I mean, if you're really up to it, you could do that. Yeah, this is the main line at the docks right here. You can't really loop back around from that track, so you kind of have to like go onto that line there, and it's kind of complicated, but whatever. So yeah, and this line also loops through a abandoned pirate ship. I thought that was kind of fitting for the docks, but yeah, this is by far, this whole Wellsworth area is by far my favorite part of the entire layout. I love this so much. It looks great. Let's head into another favorite area of the layout. I don't know, I was stumbling over my words. We're gonna head into Knapford now. So it goes from 2 tracks down to 1 here. Go over another Marin Bridge. I know it's still inaccurate, but I don't care. Come over here to the very big and busy Knapford area. So we have some big engines here. We got Neville, Spencer, Murdoch, and Arthur. Got a couple of street lights as well. The windmill from Thomas's branch line is right there. But yeah, this just looks really cool in my opinion. You know, this main area is kind of cool, but the yard, we'll talk about the yard in a minute. I've always wanted to use T-switches here, but I never really had enough, so I kind of like mirrored the switches here. So that, our platform 1 comes from Tidmouth sheds, and it just comes down into here, so that's kind of cool. We'll take a look at the yard here. I both like and dislike the yard. I think in theory it would have looked awesome. It still looks kind of cool now, but I just wish we had a bit more stuff, like some extra sheds, some extra sidings, but I wanted to use the sheds and buffers and ramps in other areas, so this was kind of like a late addition. But we do have a water tower. We do have the coal station. We do have just a regular old coal hopper as well. A couple of sidings here, and we have the main shunting engines here. We have Stanley, we have Stafford, and we have, Philip. And then Ryan's here in the yard looking after the little Western. He's got Scruffy, Fred, Rickety, and Toad, because Duck and Oliver are being good little girls at Tidmouth Sheds. The express coaches are also here waiting for Gordon. It looks like some of these passengers in the station might be complaining, but what do I know? Let's just briefly talk about the middle part here where the mountain tunnel is. Oh, there's a bug on here. Get off. Oh, he's gonna go really slow. Oh, oh no, that's weird. Okay, so I didn't really notice this. I just got this new station building. Platform 1 on that building is linked up with platform 4 in here, so that's kind of annoying to me, but if I wanted it to be accurate, I could just like flip this around, but I wanted the gauge to be on both sides, so yeah. So Mavis's line goes through Toby's windmill there. This is kind of like the only real part of Thomas's branch line. I guess Farquhar could also count, but whatever. Come up here to the mountain tunnel or Gordon's Hill. Winston's just chilling on top. I really like the mountain tunnel still. It is still one of my favorite destinations of all time. It's just so pleasing to the eye, and it catches your eye when you look at the layout too. So we'll step over here because there's a lot of open area. This little bridge here was a very, very late addition. I just had some open space and not a lot of tracks, so I just used some of these off-ramp adapters. And yes, I did not want to have any off-ramp track on the standard gauge layout, but unfortunately I had to break that rule toward the end because I was pretty much out of all the other tracks. So you'll see some off-ramp stuff all around. So we have Nia here with one of the circus trains and the musical caboose. I'm not going to play it because I'm going to get copyright striked. Right on the back of Tidmouth trains, I'm going to try and sit down without suffocating Terrence. So here we have the Sodar Bay bridges, and Hero's pulling this. Oh, he's derailed. There we go. Hero's pulling this absolutely monstrous train of tankers. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's not that monstrous, but to me, it's pretty big. You know, if somebody like hit these fuel tankers, everybody would die. I kind of want to see that. No, I'm just kidding. Gordon Center's off the track too. Unbelievable. Yeah, this is a really, really cool thing to look at. And then that line joins up with the sawmill there. Sorry, that light is very, very annoying to me. I apologize. So, the top of the sawmill also comes down here. This is just completely random, but Etienne is pushing a hand car. No explanation needed. Oh, right underneath me. Should move. Here's Terrence. He's just chilling in the field of concrete. And then there's a little house there, another little crappy off-brand hill. Let's swing around here. So we got Maplethwaite Station. Merlin is pretending to be invisible and creating the illusion that the Chinese dragon is moving all by himself. So, him or herself, I don't know the gender. And then we have the little Maplethwaite Junction gantry signal right there. This is kind of sad. So this is, I guess, supposed to be Ulfstead Castle because we got Caitlin and Steven here, but I don't have Ulfstead Castle. I never really had the desire to get it or the money to get it. So this is kind of the makeshift Ulfstead area. If I had like another siding or shed, I'd put that here, but I don't. There's a watermill right there. We'll move up the hill right here, or the curved viaduct, I should say. It's not really a hill, it's more of a bridge. Gator has the second circus train. And we make our way down here to kind of the Sodar Search and Rescue Center. So we have a fire station, we have all the necessary engines. Dustin is back there. Rocky's in the building right there. Harvey's not part of the rescue center, but I don't have Bell, so he's pulling Rocky. We have the 2 fire engines. We have Butch. We have Flynn. We have Harold with his own new shed. Well, it's kind of his shed, I guess. He probably stole it. But yeah, this is a really, really cool area. It's also the only part of the layout with road. Interesting thing to note. This is actually not road. This is just standard train tracks, but I wanted to have a little bit of road on the layout, so as long as you don't see it, it counts as road. So, yeah. Let's make our way back here to Arlesdale. Whoa, that was really loud and really weird. We'll make our way back here to Arlesdale and Bluffs Cove. So we got Skiff here. I don't know how he made it through the lighthouse, but we have the Bluffs. Oh, you can kind of see it. Bluffs Cove Lighthouse. I don't have Captain either, so Captain's just chilling out there. But yeah, I guess some of this is ocean, some of this is not. I know Flynn's right there, and the Arlesdale Railway's right there, so I guess these ramps go into the sea. So, kind of funny there, but we'll leave that to the end. We have one more little piece to look at. That is Charlie here on the Wacky Track Bridge, or whatever the hell it's called, with the glowing paint cars. And I love this little continuity here. If you look at the sign, it says Tidmouth is that way. And yes, if you go that way, you will eventually make it back to Tidmouth. It will take a long time, but the sign wasn't lying. Let's take a look here. So if we take platform 1's track right there, we'll go straight around through Wellsworth. What would be the fastest way to go? If we take Dan's track, if you can see him right there, go around there, up the bridge. Well, there's kind of a delay right there. Go down, go there. Nope, sorry, keep going straight past Stepney. There you go, Tidmouth right there. And then on the other side right here says Arlesdale. Well, Arlesdale is kind of like the end of the miniature railway. I should say Arlesborough. This is the well, it's called the Arlesdale Railway, but it starts at Arlesborough, so it's kind of confusing. But this is kind of a weird part of the layout, but I really do like it. So we have the little ballast hopper, ballast chute right here. There's no engines here, there's no cars. Brett doesn't have any cars, but he's just hanging out up there. Maybe he wants to jump out and go and be a sailor and go and enjoy the sea with skiff. I don't know. We go down this ramp right here, and then we make our way to the common area where Mike and Sir Tom and Hat are. They have literally no rolling stock, so I just gave them one little brake van. But yeah, there's a siding for Mike and a siding for Bert and a siding for this brake van, and there's a turntable, so it's cool. There's a bee! There's a bee going around me. I'm getting vibes of James Goes Buzz Buzz. Let's try and get this done, though. We're almost at a half hour, so we go over this crossing here. If you really do wanna, I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but let's just pretend that this is Bert. So he'll come down from the ramp, come into here, but if he wants to go along the main line, he can turn around this way, go around here, or we can turn around and go the other way. So yeah, let's turn him this way. There we go. So we'll go this way. Over this bridge area here, this curved red brick bridge. Follow the red brick. I'm trying to sing the freaking, what is it called, the Wizard of Oz song? Follow the yellow brick road, follow the red brick track. There's another one on that side too. We go along this long viaduct here. We come across this blue bridge, loop back down here, around here, go over that other off-brand bridge. We go past Byron as well, and we make our way back to the turntable. So yeah, that's really all for Arlesdale or Arlesborough, and I think that's the entirety of the layout, if I'm not mistaken. We'll stand back up. Yeah, I think that's everything. If I had to pick a favorite part, definitely would be the Brendan branch line right here. I also absolutely adore Tidmouth Sheds. I really like Knapford Station. I do like the yard. I like Arlesdale. I like the narrow gauge railway. The search and rescue center, makeshift rescue center is kind of cool. I think the incline could have been a little bit better if I had more track, and more risers. But for now, it's kind of cool. I'm gonna put Boulder back up because I'm gonna take the thumbnail shot after this. Yeah, it's still really, really cool though. I mean, I love building layouts. I can't really build them anymore because, you know, my office it's big, but there's a lot of stuff in there and there's not enough room to even lay like Tidmouth Sheds down on the floor. So yeah, the only place I can build layouts is really outside. So yeah, I love doing this, even though it does get really, really hot during the summer. I can't really do it during the winter because there's snow. But yeah, I absolutely love this. So this will probably be the last layout for a while. I might do one at the end of the summer. That depends on if I get a lot more destinations and engines and track and such. But this is kind of like the penultimate layout, I think, or like the layout to end all layouts, in my opinion. I think this turned out really, really cool. Let's get a really wide back shot, or a really wide shot here. Wow, that's pretty cool. You know, my first layout took up probably from there to maybe like there. What's that, like 8 feet maybe? But yeah, this thing is massive. It's really, really cool. Like, if you just look at it like this, it's pretty sick. Ignore all my extra stuff over there. That's what I used to carry all this down. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I really would like to film a video down here, but I kind of have to take this up because it's going to rain tomorrow. It's probably going to rain later tonight too, so we got to hurry and pack all this up. I'm going to take some pictures on here, maybe film a bit of B-roll, but I don't know. But yeah, we'll go back down to the sides here. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I have no idea when this... There's not really a convenient place for me to squat down, so we'll just have to step on the track. I have no idea when this will come out. I assume around early, mid-June, maybe July, I don't know. But yeah, whenever or I should focus on Thomas, I'm sorry. But yeah. Expect more videos this summer. Sorry, I'm kind of going off focus. I'm just like feeling around with this shirt here. Oh yeah, Daisy's here, by the way. Why is she part of the Steam team? I don't know. She didn't have anywhere else to go. And I did not want to put Emily in here because I hate Emily, and I love Daisy though. So, yep, that's all for this video here. Wow, this is over half an hour. So, fun. My phone's about to die, so let's wrap this up. Hopefully we'll get more videos this summer, more than last summer, I'm hoping. But I just finished filming last week. I just finished filming the Tidmouth Railway 2022 unboxing. Almost done with the Bulldog remake. Then I'll be starting on Thomas and the Jet Engine, and hopefully some non-Thomas videos. Ooh, we'll see. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you later. Bye!